We are live. Welcome, guys, back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bets. I'm Timothy Earle, and today, more baseball. Tomorrow we'll have some NFL action we could talk about. Because tomorrow there is some preseason. Who do we got tomorrow? Falcons and the Titans, and then we get Kansas City and Seattle. So we'll have a couple of preseason football games to talk about. But for today, might be a little bit of a shorter show because there's only 7 games that we'll talk about. So we'll jump into it. Before that, we'll go ahead and look back at what was yesterday, which I thought was going to be a lot bigger of a disaster than it was. Because I went to bed and I marked certain things losers. I started off the day kind of rough in the early games. I had the Brewers, which can we start investigating the Brewers? Like, what is going on there? 12 straight wins. They're going crazy. They're the best team in baseball by a country mile. Now, Brewers, please continue this weekend when you face the Reds. Anyways, I had the White Sox. You know what? If you told me the White Sox held the Tigers to 1 run, I would have been like, awesome. I got to cash my money line, and then you told me it was 1-0. I'm like, okay then. Cardinals blew the run line, couldn't get that against the Rockies, which the Rockies won outright, which was interesting. I was driving. By the time I saw the score of the Giants game, which I had the Giants money line, the Padres had already scored a touchdown. So I marked that one a loser pretty quickly. Took a long rain delay, but I got the Reds money line, plus 110. I got the Orioles money line, another rain delay game. That one was plus 123. And then I had 3 straight plus money losers. The Yankees were on line. For the longest time, the Yankees are like, what, 44? It was like 122 and 44 against the Twins the last so many amount of games. Like, they own that Twins team, and they lose. So that was whatever. I don't even want to talk about the Mets game. We're going to skip that one. They are a loser. Red Sox money line, couldn't get it done. I will say, Nick, how about, or chat, sorry, I see you right behind me. Whatever. Angels money line. The Angels swept the Dodgers for the second time this year. They swept the season series, and that was a plus 180 money line. I marked that one a loser. When I went to bed, and it was 5-2, and I woke up and it was 6-5 Angels. So I had a lot of fun with that one. It was plus 180. That one kind of saved the day because if that was a loser, it would have been a minus 3 unit day, and instead it was minus half a unit. You know what? Fine. Getting a random call from Sacramento. Yeah, they decided not to talk to it. But ultimately, I say slightly down, but it could have been worse. To the TikTok chat, under in the Mariners game. We will talk over the Mariners game first. I'm going to go talk to the YouTube chat real quick, and then we will talk over some. We'll talk over the Seattle-Baltimore game to start off the show. What's up, Nathan? Yesterday had a 5-team parlay. Cardinals money line sold me. Yeah, that I had the Cardinals online. I thought it was a good spot for them. I don't think it was cash cow, but it was right up there. Howdy, Tim. What's up, Robert? Ketel Marte clutch home run in the 9th. Yeah, I think that could pretty much. I don't want to say nails the coffin, but Texas. They got so close to the wild card spot, and then all of a sudden they're back to being down 3.5 games now? Yeah, 3.5 games. Cleveland's still only 1 game back. He's setting up the videos for the other channel. Which, if you guys have not checked out the other channel, Baseball Talk with the Earle Brothers. You guys can go ahead and do that. We have a couple of videos planned out. So make sure you guys are checking that out. I know we're somebody's doing some little bit of research on a video right now. So bunch of cool videos coming out over there. Thoughts on your tweet saying the Brewers are cheating? I was trying to be funny. I really see people on Twitter saying Phillies are better than the Dodgers. This year, yes, the Phillies are better than the Dodgers. Is that what you wanted to hear? Probably not. But the Phillies are better than the Dodgers. Yes. Although I will say I'm really hoping for something right now. If the playoffs were to start, I would be sitting on a plus 1,900 winner right now. Dodgers in the 5 seed. Because the Padres won last night. Now I need the Padres to jump the Phillies, and I'll be sitting on 2 plus 1,900 bets. So, and what's up, Drewski? Quickly back to the TikTok chat, and then we'll jump into Mariners and Orioles. Valid saying I love the Orioles' first fight today. We're about to talk over that game. Anthony saying Mariners or Orioles. We're about to talk over that game. 414 saying Phillies, Detroit, Mets. Phillies are monster favorites on the road against Washington. In theory, yes, they should. We'll talk about these games in a little bit. Tariq Skubal's on the mound for Detroit, and Kodai Senga's on the mound for the Mets. All of them are the smallest favorite out of those is the Mets at minus 185. So, in theory, yes, all of them should win. Now, we'll go ahead and look at all the games, and we'll see where we're betting today. Because we'll start off with that Seattle-Baltimore game that everybody is super, super interested in. And why is everybody interested in it? It's a 1 o'clock game. Everybody wants that early action, and I'm no different. Logan Evans taking on Tomoyuki Sugano. Evans this year has pitched 14 times to a 6-4 record, a 4.36 ERA, 74 and a third innings pitched, 36 earned runs, 25 walks, and 57 strikeouts. He's been, they're waiting for Miller to be back, and then Logan Evans will be a bullpen piece. And that's going to be a really good bullpen piece for the Mariners in the playoffs. Especially when the Mariners are, how close are they to the Astros? They're a game back to the Astros still, but that's going to be a really good race. Tomoyuki Sugano has been one of the only consistent pitchers for this Orioles team. 22 starts, a 9-5 record with a 4.24 ERA, 121 innings pitched, 57 earned runs, 29 walks, and 80 strikeouts. And I'll be honest with him, I'm surprised he didn't get traded. I think there was value in the starting pitching market. I think you could have gotten him for a very cheap price. I'm surprised he didn't get traded. But anyways, I am going to give the pitching advantage to Logan Evans. I think he's just been a little bit better this year. And then in terms of hitting advantage, let me refresh my Fangraphs page so that I get the most accurate of numbers. Seattle has a pitching advantage, 111 WRC plus for the Seattle Mariners, and the Baltimore Orioles are hitting at 101. So hitting and pitching advantage will be with the Seattle Mariners in this game. Now, if we look at line movement, line has moved. I'm going to take away those numbers. I want to go and look at it from here. In my eyes, it opened up around plus 112, and it's gone to plus 109. So the line is moving towards Baltimore. Did I not switch the title on TikTok? Settings, maybe? Switch. I don't know how to switch my title on TikTok. Oops, my bad. Interact, share, enhance. Probably activities. Yeah, I don't know how to fix the title, so we'll fix that for tomorrow. Sorry about that. Yes, it is the 14th. Line's moving towards Baltimore just a little bit, and then in terms of money's coming on Seattle. So Baltimore's an interesting spot, and if I wanted to go after Baltimore, I know I gave pitching and hitting advantage to Seattle. I could honestly be flip-flop with that pitching advantage. to the point where I can say I like Saganu more than Evans. I think that one's pretty flip-floppy, and the way that the line's moving and everything, I mean, I'm going to end up jumping on it. Give me the Baltimore Orioles to start off the day. I know that the Seattle Mariners have been hot. They just snapped their the winning streak yesterday when I got my Baltimore. And when the Orioles walked it off in the ninth inning, they were up 3-1 going into the ninth. Seattle tied it, and then Baltimore ended up winning the game. Give me Baltimore here at plus 108. 106. I got plus 106. Yeah, Baltimore Orioles say. So you like Baltimore plus one? No, I would not take plus 1.5. It's just money line. Mariners smash. Mariners can't stop winning. They didn't win last night. So, Baltimore line moving towards the over. I didn't even really look at the total. Line's gone from 9.5 to 10. Yeah, and although a bunch of the money's coming on the under, I don't know about that one. I'm just gonna roll with it. Dodgers bullpen is straight ass. Isn't it great? Isn't it great? Let's keep on rolling though. By the way, Mag in the TikTok chat saying M's O's over 8. I don't know where you're getting an 8. It's a 9.5, 10 area. 8's probably very juiced if you're betting it now. So I'm gonna say no. Let's talk over Cubs and Blue Jays. And boy, I know a lot of people mentioning the Mets, but this Cubs team is in free fall. Although it's not as bad, because all of a sudden that division was tied up recently, and now the Chicago Cubs, even though they're 17 games over 500, are 7.5 games back in the division. Insane. Matthew Boyd taking on Max Scherzer. Matthew Boyd this year, 23 starts, 11-5 record with a 2.45 ERA, 135 and 2/3 innings pitched, 37 earned runs, 29 walks, and 121 strikeouts. I want to give Matthew Boyd the pitching advantage here over Max Scherzer, and I'm going to because it is. Max Scherzer this year has only pitched 9 games. He's a 2-2 record, a 4.21 ERA, 47 innings pitched, 22 earned runs, 11 walks, 49 strikeouts. So pitching advantage goes towards the Chicago Cubs. We'll go to hitting advantage, where the Toronto Blue Jays are good hitting against lefties. They're at 111 WRC plus, which is 6th in baseball. But the Cubs against righties are 114. So hitting and pitching advantage will go towards those little bears. And in terms of line movement, line is moving towards the Cubs. This line opened up at minus 102. It's up to a minus 107. So we're going to say, hey, Chicago, what do you say? We're going to take the Cubs today. Yeah, give me the Chicago Cubs. I can get them at minus 110. So I'm gonna grab the Cubbies in this one. By the way, if you guys are not following, we are currently live on the Earle Sports Bets YouTube channel. We are live on the Earle SB Twitch. We're live on my personal TikTok, my Twitter, and we're live on TikTok. Hi, TikTok people. 18 people watching, 19 people watching right now. I appreciate you guys. We're live Monday through Friday. Can't do weekends with my work schedule, but we're live Monday through Friday, and we do a show, and we talk over all the games that are going on for the Core 4 Sports. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure you guys are following the stream. We're trying to hit 1,300 followers, so if you guys have not already, make sure you guys do so. Hitting, pitching. Cubs will lose to Toronto today. Okay. It's in Toronto. I know it's in Toronto. That's why it says at Toronto. Toronto has the second best record in baseball. Yes, I know. Yeah, that's fine. That's a mistake. Cool. I'm glad it's a mistake. Taha, appreciate you following. And Rilo, appreciate you guys following. Go to the YouTube chat. Robert's with me on the Cubbies, and so is Drewski. I like that Cubbies play today. Let's roll. How did you do last night? I was down half a unit. But it could have been a lot worse. Hector likes the under. I can see that. Did pick the Dodgers? Hell no, I didn't pick the Dodgers. I was on the Angels, plus 180. I don't always pick the best teams in baseball. You're going to find out that real quick with me when I take a bunch of garbage. Week 1 NFL, I'm already on the Panthers, guys. So, so there you go. Oh, nice. Yeah. Tigers money line. We will talk about the Tigers. That's the second to last game that we'll bring up. I will tell you right off the rip, Tahaha. I have zero interest in the Tigers money line, Tigers run line. If you're going to bet it, just because I'm not going to lay minus 190. But I will say I have not capped that game yet, so I can't really say what I'm betting on it yet. What made you pick the Angels? I love looking at the market movements and the money and everything coming in. All the money was coming in on the Dodgers. Line was moving towards the Angels. I took the Angels. Cubs, team total over. I like it. Reds beat the Milwaukee tomorrow. I hope not. Dodgers or Padres tomorrow. They're facing tomorrow. That's going to be fun. I'll be honest. I haven't even looked at some of the games today. Dodgers, King versus Kershaw. That should be fun tomorrow. But I will be honest, I have not capped those games yet. Come back tomorrow and we'll cap those games together. Sound good? I like that idea. We'll cap those games tomorrow. Let's go to the next game. We got the Marlins and the Guardians up next. The Guardians at minus 115 on tomorrow's games. Guardians minus 115 with a total of 7.5. Edward Cabrera taking on Tanner Bibby. Cabrera this year has been great. He's been really good. 20 starts, 6-5 record, a 3.08 ERA, 108 innings pitched, 37 runs, 35 walks, and 114 strikeouts. He's got the pitching advantage in this game against Bibby, who has a 4.6 ERA in 23 starts and 8-9 record. One complete game in there, 131 innings pitched, 67 earned runs, and 119 strikeouts. He's been both of these pitchers have been solid enough, but Edward Cabrera will have the pitching advantage for me in this one. Both of them are righties. Hitting advantage will go towards Miami as well. 104 WRC plus for Miami. And then you've got the Guardians, who are horribly hitting at 93 WRC plus. So hitting and pitching advantage for me with the fish. And then we go and we look at the line movement in this one. And the line movement is towards the fish. So once again, we are going to be jumping on some Miami today. I like the spot. This is still a Miami team, even though they got beat down by the Braves. I still think this is a fun, scrappy team, and I can get plus 106 for the Marlins today. So we'll go ahead and grab the Marlins against the Guardians today. Marlins have pitching, hitting, and market edge. Mets first 5. I don't want to trust the Mets. We'll talk about the Mets in 2 games. Milwaukee has to lose eventually. Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, it's going to end up being to unfortunately, it's going to end up being to the Reds because they can't help us. Mets are trash. Okay. Orioles over 2.5. Yes, I like the Orioles over 2.5 runs. Cubs, Blue Jays, both teams 2+ runs or 3+ runs. I could see that. I could definitely see that. That's not a problem. And then you like the Marlins team total over 3.5. I really like another over in there. I think the Marlins can hit. I don't mind that at all. Moving stuff around. Okay. Go to the chat here. Marlins money line, yes. Marlins over 7.5. I could see it. And Marlins spot today. I like that. I like that too. Best money line today. So far, the only money lines I'm on are I'm on Orioles, Cubs, and Marlins so far, and we've got 4 games left. Let's go to this one. Please, Nationals, can you guys help us out? Anyways, the Phillies are minus 185 with a total of 8.5. We got Jesus Lizard taking on Brad Lord. Jesus Luzardo this year. Started off really good, and he had a good start his last time, along with only 1 earned run in 6 innings. But that was against a Texas team that really can't hit. 24 starts this year, an 11-5 record with a 4.2 ERA, 133 innings pitched, 62 earned runs, 45 walks, and 151 strikeouts. Brad Lord on the opposite side, 39 appearances, 10-3 record. He's a bullpen pitcher. 3-6 record with a 3.28 ERA and 85 innings pitched, 31 earned runs, 28 walks, and 70 strikeouts. He has been going 4, 5, 4, 6 innings his last couple of starts, so he is giving the Nationals some length. The pitching advantage is probably with Jesus Luzardo in this one, let's be honest. And then hitting advantage, I don't even have to look it up. Phillies. Phillies are going up against the lefty. So Nationals going up against lefty. Nationals 86 WRC plus versus lefties. Phillies higher up. They are 105 versus righty. So hitting and pitching advantage both with the Phillies in this one. Line movement's probably going to end up moving towards them. Let's see. No, the line's actually moving towards the Nationals in this one from plus 180 to plus 165. So the line is moving towards the Nationals with all the money coming in on the Phillies. I have a feeling this could be a decent Nationals spot. Am I going to bet it? No, because I can't go against the hitting and pitching edge, but it's going to be a lean towards the Washington Nationals in this game. I like the Nerfy in that game. I'm guessing you're talking about the Cleveland game. Sure. This season, every time the Phillies have gone 2+ losing streak, they have won the next game. That's unfortunate. Nats is my number 1 pick. I hope you win that one. So the YouTube chat, Phillies team total over 5.5. I hope that doesn't hit. Phillies over 8.5, minus 125. National Park is for overs. I don't hate it. Minus 200 for the Phillies is expensive. It is. Nats traveling from Kansas City and Philly from Cincinnati. Both of them are in travel spots, so I understand that. And then what do we think about Blue Jays, Phillies, and Mets to score 3+ runs? Blue Jays against Matthew Boyd might be the more questionable one. I think the Phillies can hit against Lord, and I think the Mets have shown offense lately. They just haven't shown pitching. So I think the most questionable one in that one is the Blue Jays. Don't you think you get a good price on that? Yeah. Lock of the day. I don't do locks. The lock of the day is the one on my door. I have my plays. I don't do locks. Anybody who says, "Oh, this play's a lock, a guaranteed winner," they're a fraud. And Naturubo, appreciate you following the TikTok. If you guys have not followed already, we're live Monday through Friday. We've got 3 games left, and unfortunately, now we have to talk about my New York Mets. Kodai Senga taking on Bryce Edler. The Mets are minus 185 with a total of 9 in this game. Bryce Edler this year, 19 starts, a 4-9 record with a 6.12 ERA and 100 innings pitched, 68 earned runs, 38 walks, and 81 strikeouts. So that's this is going to be the game that the Mets get shut out against a 6+ ERA pitcher. Kodai Senga, though, has been struggling as of late. His last couple, he only went 1 inning in his last start. Not 1 inning, 1 earned run in 4 1/3 innings. That was a little bit kind of weird because normally Kodai Senga can give you a little bit more length. He didn't really go all that far in his last game. 18 starts this year, a 7-4 record with a 2.3 ERA and 94 innings pitched, 24 earned runs, 47 walks, and 88 strikeouts. So he's been all right, but he hasn't been anything crazy, especially at kind of dropping that. But against Bryce Edler, Kodai Senga has the pitching advantage. And against righties, the Mets have the hitting advantage too. So Mets have hitting and pitching advantage today. Oh boy. Let's see. Is the line moving in the right direction to go after it? That's not the right game. Can the mouse work? Thank you. No, not really. Line really hasn't moved. Money's coming on the Mets. I'm going to stay off this game. I'm not going to bet for the Mets game. Here's your lock. Thank you for the lock. What's your take on the Orioles and Mariners? I'm on the Orioles today. Mets team total over 2.5 first 5. I hope so. I'm not going to buy it. Okay. I'm a Mets fan, so I've seen this plenty of times. This is the game that the Mets are going to go 6 innings with one run and completely fall on their face. I kind of know my Mets already. So unfortunately, this is not the game that I would want. That if they're going up against like Spencer Strider, it's a different story. I know that sounds crazy, but like I can't trust the Mets against a pitcher with a 6+ ERA. It just doesn't work. Lindor, Alonso home runs. I hope they do. Mets run line from Robert. I don't know. I don't like that. Braves money line pass pretty much. Mets over 8.5 -115. Good CLV when the Mets and Braves play high scoring game. We have seen that lately. The Mets and Braves have been playing some higher scoring games. Mets should not be -199 right now. I agree. Morning Twins money line against the Yankees. Oh, against the Tigers. Sorry, against the Tigers. They were just playing the Yankees. I don't get it. We got 2 games left, and that's the Detroit Tigers and the Minnesota Twins. The Tigers today are -190 with a total of 7.5. And the line makes sense to me because look who's pitching for the Tigers today. This is Tariq Skubal versus Bailey Ober. Tariq Skubal is going to be your Cy Young Award winner in the American League. Even though those last 2 games, he's kind of gotten hit a little bit. So that's a little bit interesting to see there. 23 starts and an 11-3 record, a 2.35 ERA and 145 and a third innings pitch, 38 earned runs, 21 walks, 167 strikeouts. He's been real. I mean, he's Tariq Skubal. He's going to be good today. He's going to be good. On the opposite side, we got Bailey Ober, which, by the way, Tariq Skubal pitching advantage clearly in this one. 19 starts, a 4-7 record, a 5.16 ERA, 103 innings pitched. He has a complete game this year. Bailey Ober has a complete game this year. Am I missing something? I don't see something that he would have won a complete game with. I don't see it. No. Unless one game ended early. 103 innings pitched, 59 earned runs, 24 walks, and 82 strikeouts. Pitching advantage towards Skubal. Hitting advantage towards the Tigers. You got the Twins against lefties that are actually not bad. 92 WRC plus. Detroit against righties, 103 WRC plus. So hitting and pitching advantage both with the Tigers in this one. And we look at the line movement. It's not anything I need to get involved with. I'm going to start kind of staying away from those big line games, especially when the big favorite is on the road. So this one's going to be a pass for me. Eloy in the things going Cubs today. Yes, I like the Cubs today. I do. Robert saying Detroit money line, Skubal over strikeout, Spencer Torkelson home run. I do not know how good Spencer Torkelson's doing right now, but if you're betting them, then there's something up there. So I'm not going to talk you off of it. Twins team total over 2.5. I'm not going to buy that. I'm not going to do it. A bunch of times, Twins fans will bring signs saying sell the team. I hope so. I think they should. Skubal should not be laying -200. I disagree with you on that one. Nerfy on the Tigers. I could definitely see a Nerfy. Juan Soto, Fs, 7.5. Zays. You're going to have to correct that one. I have not a clue what you're talking about. O's, Cubs. Parlay. Sure. Tigers first 5. It's going to have to be a run line. I'm not going to take a money line. If that's the case. Let's go to the last game of the day, and that's the D-backs and the Rockies, and 2 teams that have given up for the year. This is like the one game that does not matter. Eduardo Rodriguez taking fantasy score. I got you. Sure, go for it. Eduardo Rodriguez taking on Bylock. Eduardo Rodriguez this year, 20 starts, a 4-7 record, a 5.68 ERA, and 103 innings pitched, 65 earned runs, 40 strikeouts. 40 walks, 105 strikeouts. He has not been having a good year. Bylock this year has pitched 6 times to no, he's pitched more than 6 times this year. Am I reading something wrong? But he's got like almost 10 ERA. He's not been good. His last 2 starts has allowed 12 earned runs across his last 10 in the third. Pitching advantage is with Eduardo Rodriguez, even barely. Both these guys have been horrible. I can tell you the Arizona Diamondbacks have the hitting advantage because the Rockies are dead last in everything. We go and we look at the money for the market movement for this one. Lines moving towards the Rockies. We're going to end the card with a pass. It's kind of a smaller card today, which is fine. We'll be on the Orioles, the Cubs, and the Marlins today. And I'll go find something in the Ottawa-Winnipeg game for a night action tonight. But that is everything in that one. Bailey Ober's complete game was in 2024. Then why was it showing me something for 2025? It's showing me a complete game in 2025 according to covers. There isn't one, but it showed me one. I don't know why. And then you're saying D-backs 14, Rockies 12. That's an insane game. I'm down for that. That sounds like a fun game. But that is, go to the YouTube chat. D-backs over 11.5, and Drew's saying under. I don't really have an idea for the total. Ketel Marte, home run. Locklear, home run. Perdomo, 2 hits. Go for it. Locklear is up in the majors now. That's kind of good. Good game for D-backs props. I mean, you're in Coors Field, so most Rockies Coors Field games are going to be interesting for player props, although they're going to be a little more juiced than normal. But that's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. I will be back tomorrow with another one. Make sure you guys are following the stream, subscribing to YouTube, following on TikTok. We'll see you guys tomorrow at 1 o'clock.